Okay, so what brings you here?
I'll yell after. I know that Michelle wants to take control. There we go.
I heard the buttons.
Yeah, don't go by the buttons. All right, here we go. And action.
Okay, so what brings you here? What's going on?
You know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to bother you with any of the.
You apologize for apologizing?
Exactly. Good? Thank you. Okay.
You apo- What brings you here? What's going on?
You know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to bother you with any of this. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go.
Of course.
Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by.
Depending on the purpose of the behavior and the context in which it's occurring, it could be considered. Depending on the purpose of.
You know what? I'm sorry.
What's going on? Tell me about your anxieties.
I get like these panic attacks, and when I do, I sweat a lot, and
Good morning. Good morning. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Um, I'm about to make some more updates on the short film I directed about 2 weeks ago. It's coming along really well. We need to go in. My next step now is to go in and make a few minor editing changes and then start working on the sound. The audio needs to be sweetened up. So we had to dub, or what they call ADR, automatic dialogue replacement, on 2 scenes. So I'm going to be working on that sometime today, getting started on it. And right now, I'm working on some scenes for a client of mine, which runs an acting school in New Jersey. So his students do scenes that they can use for their reel, to find an agent, to go out for independent films, things like that. So what I do is I cut those scenes together and make them look as polished and talented as possible. Some are better than others, but I try to make everyone look their best. So I'm working on some of that right now. What I might do is let you guys have a look behind the scenes at me edit some of the scenes for the student actors. It's not the most exciting. It's not like gameplay. watching. But I'll let you see a little bit of the behind the scenes editing. And if you want to, please visit my channel and look at some of the comedy I have on there. I put up some new stuff yesterday. I put up a bunch of new shorts. My shorts are really getting a lot of views, and I want to try to build up some of those views on my longer form videos. So please take a look at some of those and watch a few, see if you like it. And if you like it, please subscribe and feel free to share it with anyone. I appreciate all the help I've been getting. I'm closing in on my 600th subscriber. So I'm doing something right. Some people are liking my stuff and they're watching and they're coming back. I started to look at some of the analytics and I see that some of my viewers are returning, and I thank all you guys out there who are returning. So I'm going to let you look at a little bit of me edit right now. All right. Why is this? Oh, all right. So I'm going to try to get back on that right now. Hmm. All right. So this is giving me a. Hold on, skip this one too. I'm missing something. Hmm.
Great. And action.
Did you know that you would make the fourth judge? I So it seems that either way,
All right. And action.
how long were you on the force? How long were you on the force? How long were you on the force? How long were you in the force?
6 months.
How long were you in the force? How long were you on the force?
6 months. Six months. I graduated from the academy in December.
So you were
I graduated from the academy in December.
So you were still new to the streets.
Academy in December.
So you were still new.
December.
So you were.
December.
So you were still new to the streets.
I graduated from the academy in December.
So you were still new to the streets. So you were still new to the streets.
I mean, look, my family didn't have much money growing up. We lived in a neighborhood that wasn't so great. I guess it's part of the reason why I became a cop. Yeah, there was like drug dealers and criminals, but there was also good people, hardworking families that couldn't afford to live in better places. So I just wanted to help the good people, you know.
And you still can. No.
Help the good people, you know. The good people, you know.
And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I just wanted to help the good people, you know.
And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force. And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't.
I had to leave the force. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't stay on.
We shoot that guy.
Stay on. And I can't stay on.
Correct. You saved them.
Can't stay on.
Correct. You saved them. Please shoot that guy. It happened.
Just wanted to help the good people, you know.
And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't stay on. I can't stay on.
Correct. Correct. You saved them.
I just wanted to help the good people, you know.
And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't stay on.
can. No one said you had to leave the force. Correct.
I can't stay alive.
You say
I can't stay alive. I can't stay alive.
you saved them.
I can't stay alive.
You
I can't stay alive.
you saved them.
Yeah. I mean, look, my family didn't. Okay. It won't show in like the.
And won't come out, no, you might be able to snap yourself or your room as well. But, so it distract you. So,
Okay.
You want to finish up?
I mean, look, my family didn't have much money growing up. These are criminals, but not much money growing up when I was younger. I was raised in a neighborhood that lawyers and criminals, but there was also some good people. Hardworking families that couldn't afford to live in better places, so I wanted to help the good people, you know.
And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't say.
Police is a bad guy. It happened.
The kid was 17.
It's seriously cancer.
you got it.
It's seriously cancer.
You got it. Paraphrase, it's fine.
No one said it would be easy, taking a life, right or wrong. So you were still new to the streets. And you still can. No one said you had to leave the force. Correct. You saved them. It's seriously cancer.
You got it.
Taking a life, right or wrong.
I can't say it.
You still can. No one said you had to leave the force.
I can't say it.
And you still can. No one said. Correct.
I can't say it.
You saved them.
In families that couldn't afford to live in better places. Say it. The kid was 17. The kid was 17. Look, on paper, I know I did everything I had to do. I mean, he had hostages, he shot at me, he shot at my partner, and if I didn't kill him, then I could be dead. My partner could be dead. Innocent people buying milk at the bodega.
You save them. You save them.
The kid was said,
Fuck.
Them.
the kid was, the kid was 17. Look, on paper, I know I did everything I had to do. I mean, he had hostages, he shot at me, he shot at my partner, and if I didn't kill him, then I could be dead. My partner could be dead. Innocent people buying milk at the bodega. The bodega. The milk at the bodega.
Paraphrase, it's fine.
No one said it would be easy, taking a life, right or wrong.
Innocent people buying milk at the bodega.
No one said it would be easy, taking a life, right or wrong. It's traumatizing. You need time. Time to heal. Need time. Time to heal.
And I shot the kid. My partner could be dead. Innocent people buying milk at the bodega.
Correct. You saved
And I shot the kid. I took his life. I know it's a part of the job and I know I did the right thing, but
No one said this would be easy. Leave the force.
I can't stay on.
We shoot bad guys.
Stay on.
You saved them.
The kid was 17. People buying milk at the bodega.
No one said it would be easy, taking a life, right or wrong. It's traumatizing. You need time. Time to heal. And taking a life, right or wrong, it's traumatizing. You need time. Time to heal.
Or could be dead. Innocent people buying milk at the bodega.
No one said it would be easy, taking a life, right or wrong. It's traumatizing. You need time. Time to heal.
So maybe his dad wasn't around. Maybe he wanted to be a good kid, but all his friends were thugs. Maybe he chose this lifestyle because he had no other choice living on the streets. Maybe it made him a different person than from what he could have been or should have been. But when I saw his mom, his grandma, crying, hysterical, screaming at how I shot their baby,
Would it have been better for your mother and
crying, hysterical, screaming at how I shot their baby. How I shot their baby.
Paraphrase, it's fine.
It's traumatizing. You need time. Time to heal. Would it have been better for your mother and your grandmother to be hovering over you at your funeral?
Circle, screaming at how I shot their baby.
Would it have been
Screaming at how I shot their baby.
Would it have been better for your mother and your grandmother to be hovering over you at your funeral? Would it have been better for your mother and grandmother to have been crying at your funeral?
Hysterical, screaming at how I shot their baby.
Would it have been better for your mother and your grandmother to be hovering over you at your funeral? Because it looks like that's what you were facing. Because it looks like that's what you were facing. Over you at your funeral? Because it looks like
Crying, hysterical, screaming at how I shot their baby.
Would it have been better for your mother and your grandmother to be hovering over you at your funeral? Because it looks like that's what you were facing. Because it looks like that's what you were facing. What you were facing. That's what you were facing.
Logistically, I know all this. But I saw that kid die at my feet, looking at me, scared. Can't do that again.
Don't quit.
Scared. Can't do that again.
Don't quit. Give it time.
Scared. Can't do that again.
Don't quit. Give it time. Don't quit. Just give it time.
Again?
Don't quit. Give it time.
One time my dad killed a deer with his car. I remember the look in its eyes, and it haunted me. I think I was 5, and it never left me. So this ain't gonna leave me either. Ever.
Cut.
Thanks for watching. That was just me editing a scene for a client I have who I edit his acting scenes with his students. So they use those scenes to look for work. So I'm going to jump off now and I'll come back on later.